Hello, teacher and classmates. My name is Jesus Herrera, and I'm here to talk about the topic of this week. And it's about native speaker pronunciation. The first question says, how important is aiming to have a native speaker English accent, American or British? Which techniques do you consider that really works to reach that goal? I don't think it's that important. Although I do think that we must have like a balance. We can talk with a full Latin accent because we may be not going to be able to have the best fluent English, but I do think that most important than have a native speaker English accent is to have a good grammar, a proper grammar, a good spelling. We must aim to do that and not to have a native speaker when we don't know how to connect the words in the proper way. But I remember that when I was starting learning English, I found that there was a lot of accent in English, like in Spanish. I didn't know that. And I wanted to learn how to speak like a British. I remember that I used to listen to podcasts, I used to listen to music, stand up comedies, interviews, and I was emulating them. If the person in the interview was saying, like, I want a bottle of water, I was talking like him or her. So I think that's a good tip to do when you want to learn a particular accent. Practice just one, not a lot of them, because you are going to have a weird accent, and I don't like that. The next one says, do you consider that someone who manages the English language properly but still keep having a non-native accent is presenting any type of deficiency? Explain your answer. I don't think so, because there are a lot of accents in all the languages. There are different accents. Even in Spanish, go to Colombia. There are like dozens of accents in one country. And no one says like, no, the people from the coast have a bad accent, or the people from Medellin has the best accent. No, no, no. It's not like that. Um, it's more like you must have a good grammar. If you have a proper grammar and you know how to connect the words, and you feel confident enough to talk with other person and to talk in public, you don't need to have a native accent. No, you don't need to have that. The third says, do you believe that in countries such as India, China, Jamaica, and Canada, where they have their own accent, are they really concerned about having a native accent? Or do you think they still can properly communicate with others language speakers? I'm going to give two examples. One is from a Jamaican guy. I have a lot of Jamaican friends, but this wasn't a friend. This was a guy that I met at the subway. I was in the first line of the subway in Panama. I was going to the work, and I saw a guy that he seemed like a foreign guy, and he was trying to talk with the people, but no one know how to speak English. And I like, do you speak English? And he was like, yes, man, can you help me? And I'm like, yes, what do you need? He explained me that he was going to the airport. I helped him. Then we sat down and we were talking. And I asked him about the accent. I told him that I like the patois accent, the Jamaican thing, you know. And he told me like, yeah, it's good, but I don't like to talk like that. And I was like, talk like that. And he was like, yes, that's not a proper English. And we we were taught to talk the proper English at school, but we learned the patois on our houses or in the streets. And I'm like, oh, so they have in their minds like the patois is not correct, but the proper English is correct. Is a more American English, the one that they consider that is better than the other. So they do know that they have an accent. The second example is of a guy that I met from India. We were talking, and they have a lot of confidence when they are talking. They think that you are understanding everything, but I wasn't because of the accent. It's true because of the accent. I didn't understood everything, and I'm really right now I'm working on that because I really want to understand that English. But in the case of the Indian people, I don't think they know that they have an accent. The fourth says, do you think that not having a native accent would interference with your communicative skills during your classes? No, I don't think so because um, if we teach the students to have a proper spelling, a proper stress of words, a proper grammar, then they're going to have the tools to improve their English and not have the American or the British accent. That's not matter. The fifth says, the final one says, why are there experts and other professionals that are so concerned about working to have a native accent when actually Americans, British, or Europeans do not mind about working on their Spanish accent? Yes, they don't. Do you think they mind about having a neat Spanish accent? No, I don't think so. Hola, amigo. They talk like that. An American person, if they come to me like hola, amigo, I'm going to feel proud because somebody is learning my native language, and that makes me feel good. And they don't care. They feel happy if you understand. You're like, hola, amigo. ¿Cómo te llamas? Mi nombre es Abraham. Something like that. They don't care. They really don't care. Or the majority of them don't care. Why are there experts? I think that's because of the movies, the music stars. Like, where are the majority of music stars right now? From America or UK? And they have their own accent. The day that somebody from Latin America going to there with a dirty accent, a Latin accent, and talk with confidence, they're going to say, no, that doesn't matter because that doesn't matter for real. That doesn't matter. If we can communicate and express ourselves with confidence, we're doing good. Thank you, teacher and classmates, for having me. I hope that you like my comments on this, and see you later. Bye bye. Take care.